Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have two guests with me because I think this video would be done better with different perspectives. I feel like post-grad depression is something that a lot of people go through but they don't really talk about. So I wanted to get my friends together to talk about our perspectives, and I don't know, maybe it could relate to somebody else. So I'll let them introduce themselves and then we can get started.
Well, I'm Deja. I graduated from MSU spring 2017.
And I'm Sade. I graduated from Central Michigan University, also spring of 2017.
Miami University in Ohio, spring of 2017, and then I just recently got my master's officially from the London College of Fashion, so 2-degree shawty out here. But yeah, I just think that it's necessary for us to have this conversation, especially as Black women, because we're supposed to have it all together and nothing's supposed to bother us, and in reality it's difficult for us, especially after graduation. That book I was reading, Postgrad, described it as being in your own pool when you're an undergrad, and you're in a pool and you're with your people who understand you, and then after graduation they open the pool and they throw you in the ocean. And I think that's probably a really good a really good example of it. So like, I guess we can just kind of talk about like what graduating felt like, and then when you were kind of like, oh shit, this is happening.
Graduating was exciting, but I think it was more exciting before, like rather than in the moment. But then I think, I don't know, I felt like I've always been in the real world. So yeah, after graduating, it was like, all right, now school's not a factor. Only thing that really sucked was not having like-minded people around. So I graduated, I lived here for like a month or so, and then I moved to Detroit. And I don't even think I realized I was depressed until now, looking back. Yeah. Because I would literally go home and just be in the, I would be in bed all day, like in the dark. And I'm like, I didn't even question it. But I didn't even think about post-grad depression until more recently. But I think the biggest issue was that there was no one around me, especially because I was with my family and no one went to school. So I'm just like, what?
Nobody gets it?
Yeah, nobody gets it, sort of thing.
Yeah, mine was different, kind of like Bree, how you said you had it 2 times. Like, it was 5 of us, all of our best friends, we graduated together. But 4 or 3 of the 5 went straight to get like jobs. And then me and my other friend, we moved in together and did a year of internships. It's like, oh, okay. Like, we're done, but we're not done. Everybody else has jobs, taking trips, and we're like, okay, we have a whole year left, like, you know. So that was kind of weird, and like, we're poor, but they're flourishing. I'm like, okay, you know, we're done, but we're almost there. And then so then after like the last year of internship, we finished. So then I'm like, all right, now I just moved back home to Grand Rapids with my parents.
A new start.
Don't have a job. So I'm like, okay, I got this degree I've been waiting 5 years for, but no job. I'm working at Home Depot for the summer. Like, oh, you know, something gonna come. And finally, like, it was like 4 months of just waiting for a job. So like, I mean, finally I got a job, and I'm grateful. But it was rough. Like, no one else was not having a job with me.
Right.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. Like, when I graduated from Miami, it was like, on the outside I was like, yeah, I'm going to get my master's in London and it's gonna be great. But inside I was like, what am I doing? I'm moving to another country to get some random degree. Like, I don't even know if this is what I had this plan. I'm gonna get my undergrad degree and I'm gonna go get my PhD, and that didn't work out. So I was still dealing with the like kind of feelings of failure around not even having the courage to apply for a PhD program. So after that, and I get to London and I hated my program. I was like, this is the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. But I didn't talked it up to all these people, so now I got to make it sound like this is what I want to do. And like, I did end up loving it. But then when I got home the second time, I was like, well, I'm technically a psychologist, but I'm not. I didn't like working in HR. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And even the job I have now isn't great. Like, I don't work full time. It's not really in my field. It's just, I work in education, so maybe that'll help me with my PhD.
Do you, because I feel this way, do you guys feel like you just put a lot of pressure on yourself? Like, unnecessary pressure? Because I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, even if you didn't go to school, everything still takes time. So why do we put so much pressure on ourselves to like get a job right away? Yeah. Like, you have to.
Like, do you remember me calling you like crying, like, bro, I don't have a job, and you're like, you've been home for a month. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah.
But I think like it's more of a retrospective thing. Like in the time, I'm like, yeah, like everyone, like, so you have that timeline, that plan that I want this done at a certain time, and like you see everybody else do it. It's like, oh,
I'm
this
supposed
is normal.
to be married by now, according to 16-year-old
me. But I think like coming like now that we are like further along, like we're done with school, we have our degrees. It's kind of like, what was the rush? We have our whole life to be working, to be doing all this, and it's either gonna happen or it's not, and then you move on from there.
Yeah.
So if you could tell yourself anything, knowing now that you were basically going through post-grad depression, like what would that be?
I would say talk to people, like talk to somebody, because like like I said, there was 5 of us really close friends, and I thought everybody was doing great, and like now that we have this talk, I'm like, wow, people were going through the same thing, and I thought on the outside it looked good, so let me just keep my little struggle to myself.
Yeah. I would probably say for me, don't be scared to try different things, because sometimes I feel like, all right, I'm at this job, I'm there, like I have to stay there, but it's like, you don't gotta stay nowhere. You can bounce around, you can do pretty much anything. Like, don't get stuck, because my job was in Detroit. I worked by myself basically because I was a brand rep, and it was like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like, what am I doing? But I'm like, I didn't have to stay there, I just did. So just trying not to stay in places that don't serve me, I guess.
And I think this might just be me trying to be a glass half full person, but I think that a lot of good came out of my post-grad depression. Like, as unhealthy as it is to sleep all day and not talk to nobody and not do nothing, it also gave me a lot of time to reflect on what I wanted and what I wanted to be. And that's when I was like, I gotta start the ambition talks. Like, I have to, people are going through things, and like, if I can create that outlet for them to talk about it and like grow from it, then like maybe not only will it help me, it'll help them.
Yeah, I feel like my post-grad depression had other things involved, and I'm like, I grew the most at that point, because I'm like, laying in bed all day, all you do is think. Like, you just get to know yourself at that point. So I definitely agree with that.
So after you graduated and relocated, how'd you make that decision to really just go?
Well, I got a job there, so, because I think I was working at Kate Spade here, but I was making like minimum wage. I was like, can't survive off of that.
This ain't going.
So I just moved because I had a
Better
job there.
opportunity.
Yeah.
You weren't scared?
No, I'm not really scared. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing for me, like, because all my family's in Grand Rapids. Like, at the time I graduated, they were all moving back. So I'm like, dang, I was ready to move away, but now everybody's coming home, so.
Yeah.
And we both got them parents that are like, you might as well just move home and
save
save
money.
But then you get here and it's like,
I knew I wanted to.
I don't want to be here. Like, no offense to my parents, and they're awesome. No offense to my parents, like, they're awesome people, but like, after you've been out on your own,
It's so weird to come back and with rules.
Where are you going? When are you coming home? I miss independence, and I feel like that's a big part of it too. Like, feeling like bad because you have those friends that live on their own and used to live with your parents, but then you realize your friends can't pay their bills.
Okay, I'm good with my parents. But it's
like,
also weird, like, my parents, when they were my age, they were doing their own thing. Like that. So again, it's that timeline, like, dang, if they were married and had kids by the time they were 20.
My mom had a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I'm like,
So
I could not imagine.
That's a no for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the whole like moving thing or moving home thing, I think everybody should. Like if you can, everybody should, because you save money. Even though it sounds lame, rules are lame, but you gotta sacrifice.
I ain't say that much shit's up in here, but we're gonna be better in 2019.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna be better.
Slow motion is better than no motion.
So looking ahead, are you even looking ahead, or are you trying to just kind of be?
What's weird is that in my head I skip years. Like in my mind I'm like, all right, this sounds crazy. I'm like, next year I'm 24, and then I'm 25. I want to be in New York, but I'm like, you're skipping years.
Yeah,
you're not. So I'm trying to not skip years and like live more in the moment, because you really never know what could happen.
Trying not to treat your life as a transition period, because then every moment still becomes a transition period.
Yeah.
I think that like just in the time of being in college and being involved in all that stuff helped me tremendously. Like coming from Forest Hills Northern, the all-white school, really like, and then going to college, joining the black sorority, being around different people and seeing like different ways of life. Oh my God! Like, there's a whole different world. So I think that really helped me. Like, it kind of forcing myself to be a part of it. Like, and just like being active was really helpful to just see like there's so much more to life. There's like building relationships and just getting those opportunities was really helpful for me.
I just never learned how to find balance.
I wish I would have been more involved in school because I'm like, there was this dance team. I was on it for very, very briefly, but I'm like, I could have met, like my friend that she lives here now, and she was on it too, and all of her dance mates will come here for her birthday, or like they take trips and all these things. And I'm like, I didn't really build that many strong
I didn't either.
relationships with people.
Yeah, looking back, there's probably some things we could have did differently. But overall, do you feel like your college experience and where you went? Because people ask me this a lot, and I can't say. I don't know if going to Miami was the right decision.
And that's what's hard. Like you have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah,
right. I would have went to Howard if I could do life over. Just because I needed to be around. I wish I would have been around more Black people.
Yeah.
And that's what I think too, like if I would have went to Michigan State as like a grad school instead, but I feel like I still found like, I think it's so like when people say like they're HBCU within the PWI.
Yeah. But it's so true.
Like the whole culture just within, and of course it's not the same, but just being able to again like find people that look like you was helpful. I went to a school with 14,000 people and there were like 400 Black students. Yeah. And we found each other and we made it what it needed to be. And I don't know. I feel like I'm so reserved and pulled back. I might not have gotten that experience at HBCU. I might have been overwhelmed, and I might not have put myself out there in the same ways because my friends made me. My best friend to this day was like, sat down at the table and was like, my name is Casey. We're friends now. That's literally how we became friends. Like, I wouldn't have never had the courage to do that to anybody. So I think we were where we needed to be. And even if we weren't, that's what we did. So. Yeah. So music in the background,
right. I appreciate my friends for coming and having this conversation with me at the last minute because I just asked them like a couple hours ago. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that our experiences let you know that you're not alone and things do get better. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Adios.